Okay.
Okay, so today is 9/29 and I'm with Cheryl and Liza, and we are looking at learning about the profession because is this true that both of you are new to this business model?
Brand
Yes.
new. Yes.
Okay, so success in this business comes from belief, and it's belief in the product, belief in the company, belief in the profession, belief in yourself to be successful. And if you're brand new to it's and I like to have people do an assessment on a scale of 1 to 10 on what is your belief in each of those areas. And if something is 7 or below, that's where you really want to work, because your success is directly related to your belief in those 4 areas.
Okay.
So what would you say your belief in the network marketing profession is?
I mean, my
On a
belief
scale
in the
1 to 10.
product is
I would
is
say
a
I'm a
nine,
4.
9 or a 10. My belief in the model of network marketing is like a 4 or 5.
But that's pure, for me, it's purely ignorance. I've never done it.
Me either.
Okay. So there it's important. Okay, right. So that's why it's important to learn it. And this audio here, it's liveyoungersuccess.com. And you can
Mhm.
find this on YouTube also. You can do a
Okay.
search for Darren Hardy. His name
Okay.
is Darren, Darren, Hardy.com.
Okay.
The company is asking many of us to take down our websites to reconfigure them for the new compliance regulations. So
Okay.
if this isn't up in the near future, you can find this on your own. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, YouTube
So,
has been a great channel for us to learn what David Schmidt's ethos is. And, you know, I've really enjoyed watching some of his patching protocols. And I also really love the liveyounger.com site that just talks about X39, because I really believe
right.
that's the hero product of the whole company.
It is, and we have to make some major changes
Mhm.
based on, I don't know if you saw the email that came out this week, but we're no longer going to be able to say activate stem cells.
Oh, no.
Okay, we didn't see that.
It's pretty dramatic, the changes we're going through right now. But when you're talking to people one-on-one, you can say whatever you want. When you're
Sure.
doing it publicly, that's where the compliance restrictions are enforced. So when you're talking to, and most people build one-on-one, so it's not going to affect them that way. But just know that our websites are going to have to change. But let me go back to this audio. This is a 90-minute audio. And
Okay.
when I learned about this, it changed my life, because
Okay.
Darren Hardy talks about the mindset necessary to be successful in this business.
Okay.
Is in conventional business. So Liza, you're a doctor?
Yes.
Okay, so Pete, what kind of doctor are you?
First I practiced internal medicine, and then I did fellowship in anti-aging and regenerative medicine. But I didn't
Okay,
get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
and I've always worked in high-tech advertising sales for Dell, Oracle, Microsoft. So my whole career has been sales in the high-tech industry.
Okay, so this is a totally different animal for both of you. All right.
Yes.
So let me
Yes.
kind of keep it really, really simple. In your professions, both of your professions, you two became experts. People came to you because you're an expert and they learned from you and you shared your expertise. To be
Yep.
successful in this business model, it's the opposite. Success comes from simplicity and duplication. It comes from it makes it so that the average person can be successful beyond their dreams by plugging into systems. So what Darren Hardy talks about in this audio, making the shift, he said, if you're talking, you're pointing to a tool. So instead of someone saying, well, what does this patch do? You don't explain it, you send them to a video.
Okay.
Okay. And so he talks about all of the landmines that people can fall into. And I fell in just about every one of them because I had no training and no support, and I didn't have a clue what this business model was. And when I listened to this, it changed my life. And then I bought hundreds of these and I shared them with my teams. Well, now you can get it free on YouTube.
Okay,
Isn't that wonderful? So
Yeah.
I've listened to this literally dozens of times. I have learned so much, and I think you will too, but it's the mindset necessary to be successful. So let me just ask each of you, what would you like to create out of your business with LifeWave? Are you looking to, get your products paid for? Are you looking for a supplemental income? Are you looking for a serious income, a lifestyle income? What do you want?
I think I'm looking for a supplemental income, doing
Okay.
something that I'm very passionate about. And if
Beautiful.
I don't understand it, I can't sell it. And if I don't believe in it, I can't sell it.
Great. Okay. So you need to understand what we have here. Great. And for you, Cheryl.
I'm actually at a career crossroads. I just built a home here in Reno. I lost both my parents this year, and I don't really need to work, but I want to work. And it would be amazing if I could make, 100 or 1,000 or more doing this as a business because I believe in it and I want to help people. And of
Great.
course, I'd love to get my patches paid for because I really do love them.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That's very helpful for me. And, when I started as a customer. I had no intention of building a business. But I couldn't not share because I had such wonderful results. And I shared and they shared. And 5 years later, I have a very large international organization. So it happens very organically. Some people, the beauty of this business is you work it around your life and you put the time in that works for you. If you end up getting some people on your team that go for it, then you can develop a really lovely income, Yeah. So this is homework piece number 1, and it is 90 minutes. Like I said, I have listened to it several times. Now down below here, this man's name is Jim Rohn. This is 60 minutes and this is 5 minutes. And he's kind of like the philosopher of our profession. So you can understand more about what this business model really is, because it's a different animal than anything I'd ever done. And it's totally different than conventional business. Okay, does that make sense?
We will find all of these on a YouTube channel entitled liveyoungersuccess.com. Darren Hardy will live there.
No. liveyoungersuccess.com is a website, and this lives in the getting started section.
Got you. Okay, it's right here.
And what I was saying is, in the near future, we're going to be making some tweaks and changes on this website for clients. So if you can't find them here, you can go to youtube.com and search out Darren Hardy Making the Shift and Jim Rohn Building Your Network Marketing Business. Okay,
will do.
Okay. So this is, and then did you guys do any kind of getting started training?
No.
Okay. So I think you've been told that I've kind of adopted Sandra and her people, and you can use anything we created. So you might want to go through this getting started 1, 2, 3. It's really, really simple. So the first thing, and we do want to get to your pay card in a minute, okay? Because that's not okay. So did you download the app yet?
I downloaded the app. I've got it on my laptop or my iPad. I was on the phone with eWallet last week. They've got 2 different emails for me, and they had to put in a work order. It was going to take 3 days. I waited for 57 minutes, 3 days in a row on the phone. It's just been a really hard process.
That is ridiculous. Yeah, that's not okay.
No.
So on Monday, let's call VIP together
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Give me a call. I'll give you my phone number and let's see if they can help you.
What's your
Okay.
phone number?
It's
Robin?
360
Yes,
661
yes,
4396.
4396. That's exactly what I was asking Sandra. I said, please, you've got to have a VIP number for me. I can't do this. And
Right.
it's just, and they're only open Monday through Friday and they're closed at 5:30 and it's just, I ran
Right.
out the clock 3 days last week.
Yeah, well, I will help you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So I just realized that I just tried to open uh LifeWave, the InTouch app,
Okay,
and they have taken out, well, let's see. I don't know. They've made some changes. I can't quite tell yet. So, but so the first thing is, download the app because it's a
okay,
great thing. And then here's our daily method of operation. Again, this is about simplicity and duplication. You
Yep.
connect with people first. It is a relationship business first and foremost.
okay,
Because people, people trust you guys. They trust
yeah,
you. And so you want to connect with them. You don't want to just jump in and tell you, I got the greatest things in sliced bread, and and then you want to pique their interest. And there are some suggestions of what you can say, you know,
okay,
uh, what do you know about stem cells? Are you experiencing any of the signs or symptoms of the aging process? I've come across a breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology. Now, we can say this one-on-one to people. We can't do it publicly in any kind of advertising, social media post, banner. But if it's one-on-one, you can still say this, okay?
okay,
And so someone goes, well, that sounds interesting. And then our main job in this business is to give people enough of the right information for them to make an informed decision. And so
sure,
I'm going to ask people, they say, well, I want to learn more. I said, great. Do you want a lot of information, a little, or somewhere in between? So if I'm dealing with an MD, Liza, I would
Mhm.
have an assumption that you'd probably want to look at the studies.
Yes.
That would be
Sure.
my assumption, but I always ask because
Yes.
everybody's different. And I work with a lot of our doctors and our healthcare practitioners, and they typically want more information, which is totally understandable. Okay. So then I send them some videos based on what their interest level is. And then I will find out if they watched it by getting an alert and an email. And then you want to set up a follow-up call. Now, the follow-up call you can do on your own, or you can do it in a three-way call. Have you guys ever done three-way calls?
Yes.
Yeah, like you add a call on your iPhone?
Yeah, yeah. So in this business, even though you can answer the question, you want to model for people that anybody can do this. So I'm going to use Liza as an example because, she's a doctor and it's
Right.
like, of course she's going to know a lot. And I'm going to, if I'm a prospect and Liza's answering all the questions, I'm going to say to myself consciously or unconsciously, well, I'm not as smart as Liza. I don't know all that information. I can't do this. But if Liza, does a three-way call with Cheryl and all she does is introduce someone and Cheryl answers the questions, people go, I could do that. I can set up an introductory call and be quiet and let someone else do the work. The three-way calls in this business are the magic of the business.
All right.
Even if you know the answer, it's not about sharing the answer. Like Darren Hardy says, if you're talking, you're pointing to a tool. So you follow up with them and you can say, what did you like best about what you saw? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your interest level?
Mhm.
And then if their interest level is 7 or above, then that's a good time to get them on with, Sandra or someone else in the upline or team that knows more than you do to answer
Mhm.
their questions. Now down below here, there's something called invite to power the patch presentation. This is going to have to change too. We're going to have to change a lot of what we do, but right now it's available. I don't know for how much longer, but you might want to watch it. And
Okay.
it's a 28-minute presentation for people that want more information, and I think you'll really enjoy it. There's no lead capture or anything on there. It's just educational.
And it's 28 minutes and it's called,
You go to powerofthepatchwebinar.com. If you click on that link, it'll take you to the registration and you pick a time that you want to watch it. If you miss one of the 42 times, then they'll send you the replay.
oh,
So,
cool.
Power of the Patch.
So we could download these and watch them on Delta next week on the way to Orlando.
that's a good idea. You're
Webinar.
coming from Reno, you got a long travel.
Yeah, we're flying out of LAX, but it's still 6 hours.
That's a long
Yeah.
flight.
It is a long flight.
Yeah.
What part of the country are you in?
I live in Montana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
So how do you introduce, like, for example, thanks to Sandra, we bling our patches sometimes, which is a good way of having somebody ask you what it is. What would be your spiel? Like, how would you proceed from there?
Like if someone says, "What is that?"
Yeah.
I was actually buying a bottle of water today at the little town pump, and this woman that's behind me goes, "Oh, you're wearing a patch."
Oh, wow.
And that
Mhm.
doesn't happen very often. It was fun. So if someone says, "What is that?" It depends on who I'm talking to. I had a colonoscopy yesterday, and she says, "What are these patches on your body?" I just said they activate my own stem cells. It's
Mhm.
You can
I've
say
been
that in 1-to-1, because that's what I've been doing.
You can say whatever you want one-to-one. I'd say it's a breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology using light.
I like that.
Breakthrough
I
and
like that. It's a
affordable.
breakthrough.
And it's right here. It's right here. See it?
Yep.
Breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology. And people kind of shake their heads and they go, "Well, that sounds fascinating. I want to know more." And that's when you ask them how much information and then you send videos. Okay?
Okay. So
So
you're just cutting and pasting a bunch of YouTube videos to open up the conversation.
I'm sorry?
You're just cutting and pasting a bunch of YouTube videos.
Well,
Depend-
I'm actually using the videos from the app.
You are.
From the Power of the Patch webinar?
No. The LifeWave app. Have you downloaded that on your phones?
I just did the LifeWave in Touch app.
Yes.
Yep, I have it too.
It's an amazing tool.
Okay,
And it's in 7 languages
okay.
or more. Yeah.
How did we decide what countries get LifeWave and what countries don't?
The answer to that now is different than what it used to be.
Okay,
We're in over 80 countries now, but there's a handful of them that are the vast majority of the business. So in order to open up a country, it requires a top leader. It requires it being a good landscape for network marketing. So there's a variety of things. And then the company sets up an office and it's a major commitment and expense to open up a country. Do you have a country you want to open?
well, we have a girl who's on my right, who's a veterinarian practicing in Bogota, Colombia. And she very much wanted to take these patches to Colombia and, was told by Sandra that that wouldn't be possible.
Well,
So-
we're not shipping to South and Central America.
Okay,
If there's and they brought on some new staff recently that have connections in South and Central America. So in the near future, but it takes time. So don't hold your breath.
okie dokie.
Yeah.
Well, Mexico's open, right?
Mexico is fabulous. Yes.
Okay.
They just
Love
opened up
it.
a new office in Guadalajara. And if you want to learn how to use this app, there's a link here where Gregory did a training on how to use the app.
Okay,
Where is
So-
that?
This is
Oh,
on
right there.
Get Started 1, 2, 3. The first section is
Yeah.
download the app and learn about how to use it. Because it's between having the app and our phone and the patches, you got your whole business. It's right in your
Okay.
hand.
okay.
Easy. Okay. he did this on a LifeWave Connect. So I think you'll find it really helpful.
Is
Okay.
it under training, did you say?
Is it under training?
Uh-huh.
It was actually a LifeWave Connect. Have you ever listened to any of those?
Mm-mm.
The company does a training webinar twice a month. And once a month it's on product and once a month it's on business. And so Gregory did it for the business. And if you go to the company's YouTube channel, LifeWave Health, and you can look up LifeWave Connect, you can find it, but it's right here. So you can just link it. Click
Okay.
on the link. This is a live link. And
Okay.
it's probably about a half hour or so. But I highly recommend you learn how to use the app because it's an amazing tool. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
So this, if you do this daily method of operation, you connect with people, you pique their interest, you send a video and you follow up. That's it. That's the simplicity of this business. Okay. So
Wow.
I know if you try to share everything you know, you're doing it wrong. And and I don't ever discourage anyone from learning as much as you possibly want, but don't tell people what you know, because that's not duplicatable. I mean, sometimes when I'm folding laundry, I go to the library and I go to David Schmidt videos and I just listen because there's such great stuff here. Oh, this is a really good one, by the way. This one right here.
Okay.
David talks a little bit about what's coming in the few and what he's going to talk about at the convention. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So this is under the library, David Schmidt videos.
All right. Library, David Schmidt videos.
Yeah, but
What-
again, if you're wanting to, and for you, Liza, getting the education is really important. So when you go under, let's say, David Schmidt videos, and you look through here, this is David talking about his new breakthrough on what he calls kind of like the God code, is where he's been studying pretty much creatures that live forever, like lobsters, and he discovered this numerical pattern that matches the numerical pattern in the Bible exactly. It's crazy. It's
Oh my God.
and he's going to
Whoa.
share that at the conference. It's mind-blowing. And then
And this
here,
is, I'm in the app and I'm having a hard time finding what you're telling me.
this is not in the app.
Oh,
It's in
okay.
the library.
This is in the
This is-
library.
I'm on Live Younger Success, and I'm in the library. Okay.
That's
And
where
here's
we can spend our
Here's
time.
David Schmidt video. This is our team training website. And when I first started, we had no tools and I just found it really frustrating. So we created this for our team to make it easy to access information.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm so glad to have this at our fingertips now. We were just flying blind.
Well, now who is your sponsor?
Sandra.
Aha. Okay. Well,
We won't
Sandra,
tell her that you responded that way, okay?
no, it's she's Daniel's been on a thin thread. It's been
Yes, he has. Yes,
and
he
she's
has.
been caregiver and it's been really intense. So we stay in close touch and it's been really, really difficult and God bless her. So
know.
that's why, when I offered to visit with you, she was thrilled because she really wants you guys to have the support. And she is a godsend. She's a gift to the world. I love that woman. Yeah.
We love her
So-
too, but we really need we need
some basics. Here's some
Yeah.
basics. So if you go through the getting started section and you go
Mhm.
through 1, 2, 3, go,
Okay.
and so you download the app, you do the daily method of operation, then here's the daily action plan. This is for people that want to build, they contact 3 people a day. They follow up with 3 people a day and they invite people to the presentations, do a 3-way call. And if you do this consistently, you will have success. We never know how many it takes. And then here's trainings that we have available, plug into the trainings. We have, schedule a personal planning session with your upline. what do you want to accomplish? Why are you doing this? How much time do you want to put in? What's important to you? What motivates you? You know, and then we have a variety of things that we provide. We have a newsletter, and you're welcome to join any of these things. We have chats on Monday and Thursday that Monday is product education only. Thursday is business education. Then we have a Zoom call on Monday nights, which is a community call. We have a Facebook group. Anyway, and then Live Younger Products is just product education.
When you started out, Robin, were you interested in becoming a senior presidential, or did you just
No.
want to pay for your patches and
I
charity?
I just wanted to be a customer and get rid of my knee pain.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had no intention of building an international organization of over 180,000 people. No.
You must be the top person in that whole company with that kind of a network, no?
No, no. I mean, we were invited to Italy, and it was the top 24 people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we did get to go there with the top 24 people. We've only been in 5 years. The company's 20 years old. So there are
Right.
people there that have been there since the beginning.
How much time do you devote to this every week?
It's full time for me, and
Mhm.
most people do this part-time. This kind
Right.
of business is done part-time by the vast majority of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare that you come across someone that does it full-time. Yeah.
I watched such an inspirational lecture that Sandra shared with us last week about a guy who was a chimney sweep, who he was wearing a bandana, and I guess he spoke at one of your conferences, and he had, no money to buy a diamond package, and he managed to find a credit card to put it on, and he was sharing that he had like 85,000 people in his network, and it was just
Wow.
really humbling to watch and inspirational.
Well, his name is Ron Rabin,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to train him,
Oh,
and
wow.
and he's second level to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he uses, I'll just be really honest, he uses this chimney sweep thing a lot, but he's a very wise businessman. I mean, he's made a lot of money, and he's bought homes and ranches and land and all kinds of things. You'll meet him at the convention. He will be
Nice.
he will be there, and he'll probably be wearing his bandana, and he's a salt of the earth kind of guy. He lives in Modesto, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, we talk a lot. Yeah, we talked twice already today. So
Oh, nice.
yeah. And his story is absolutely inspiring. He bought a diamond kit. He sold everything retail. He made back his money, and he sold a bunch of diamond kits, and then he made even more money, and now he's doing very, very well. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like that. It seemed like he had no more struggles with any monetary things in life based on just really pushing X39.
He stayed very focused, and at the conference in 2020, my husband Gregory had stage 4 lung cancer, and he was home on a very thin thread of life, and I had to go to the convention without him, which was really hard, so
Sure.
I can really relate to Sandra and Daniel.
Mhm.
When we met, we really bonded, and
Yeah.
and they gave this award for people that made it to the top of the pay plan in less than a year. And there were
Mhm.
5 people on stage, and all 5 of them were in my team. And so
Amazing.
people that had been in the company for a very long time said, "What are you doing?" Because they'd been there for 15 years and they weren't there. And I said, "We're keeping a single product focus in a multi-product company." And so
Right.
this is an interesting challenge when you learn about all the patches and you want to share everything with everybody. Keep it really simple. Remember, simplicity and duplication is what
Yeah.
creates success. And X39 is so comprehensive. Now, if there's an exception, if someone has a serious illness, an
Right.
accident, a surgical procedure, they're not
Right.
sleeping, or they're in serious pain, I'm going to introduce other patches. But for the
Or,
vast majority of people, it's X39.
right,
So
this week
keep it.
I had, unfortunately, 2 extractions done in my mouth from some old dentistry. And Liza just put some ice wave on my jaw where I'm kind of like hurting. Can you suggest anything else for that?
Tell me what's going on right now.
It's just achy. It's a dull ache where the teeth were on Monday and now they're not.
So you can use X39 and Eon. Put
Okay.
Eon right on the spot on your face, and
Okay.
that'll reduce the inflammation. That will probably reduce some of the discomfort that you have.
Awesome. Thank you for
And
that.
where your X39,
Mhm.
Ice Wave and Eon, those are the 3 patches to help, dramatically change the pain situation. Yeah.
Okay. Is
Okay.
there some single resource that that exists for everything from a sore throat to a mosquito bite? I mean, it's kind of hard to know all the tricks of that the
You know
various
what?
hats can do.
So let me again keep it really simple for you.
Okay.
If someone has a disease, and we don't ever claim to heal, cure, diagnose any diseases, but with
Mhm.
every disease, it's the same patches.
Okay.
It's X39 Eon glutathione.
Okay.
X39 is going to regenerate the damaged cells. Eon is going to
Yep.
reduce inflammation and stress, and glutathione is going to enhance the immune system, is the body's master antioxidant. So it's going to, prevent future damage, and it's going to detoxify the body. So every disease has just about inflammation as a root cause. It has damaged cells. It has, so those 3 patches, and you learn the protocols as you go by being on the calls and listening to
Right.
people's stories. And we
Okay.
have 2 calls a week where people just share stories, and that's where
Mhm.
we all learn from each other. We learn from each other, or I'm going to show you on YouTube.
Okay.
One of my favorite sources on YouTube is
Yeah.
Dr. Karen Kan.
Dr. Karen who? I'm sorry.
And Dr. Karen Kan,
Okay.
Kan.
Dr. Karen.
And Dr. Karen, she's an MD, she's an acupuncturist, and she's a world-class athlete.
Oh,
And
wow.
she is very compliant. And so she has a YouTube channel. And so you go to youtube.com and put her Dr. Karen Kan LifeWave patches, and you will see all kinds of things, all kinds of protocols in here.
Oh, I
Okay.
see her.
I've also seen Olympic athletes wearing these.
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
they're allowed to, huh?
Well, what happened in the history of the company, when the company was brand new,
Yeah.
David Schmidt got a call from Richard Quick. Richard Quick was the women's Olympic swim coach, and he said 6 of my 8 swimmers did their personal best the first time they used the energy enhancer.
Whoa.
And so the Olympic swim team for the US has done very well over the last many years. Well, guess why? And then the Olympic Committee and all these other, countries were saying, oh, they're doping because they saw the patches. And they did
Right.
studies to find out they're non-transdermal, nothing's going in the body. So
Right.
Olympians, NFL, NBA, you'll see them all over the place.
Wow. So they are going more and more mainstream.
Well, it's been going on since 2004.
I
But
know.
they've
I was introduced in 2021, but it was right after my dad passed and I was selling my house and I had no desire to build a business around it. So I was buying them for myself, but I was reintroduced to them about 2 months ago and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot all about how special those things are. So,
I feel totally grateful and blessed that I get to do this, So let me
mhm.
just continue on. There's just
Okay.
a lot of information here.
Okay,
you to get started, and there's some business basics.
okay.
When I was new in the profession, I asked my husband, would you teach me about the comp plan? He said, do you want to know about the comp plan or do you want to learn how to make money?
Mhm.
Understanding the comp plan does not have anything to do with how well you make money.
Okay.
Doing income producing activities, which is sharing the patches, sending videos and following up with people, that's how you earn an income, but that's not a main motivating force for either one of you. But if you want information to learn the comp plan, but what you might want to do is look at these welcome letters. So when someone's brand new, I send a welcome letter, I copy and paste this,
Where is
and
that?
under business basics.
Business basics.
Business basics.
Yeah.
In the back office?
This is under Live Younger Success.
Okay, let me go back to that one, but, okay.
Oh my gosh, this call is invaluable.
Oh, good. Well, these are resources and tools that we created for our team. And you
Here it
guys,
is, right here.
and you guys are adopted?
Love it. Welcome letters.
Thank you
Found
for
it.
adopting us.
Yes.
We needed
Okay.
we needed an auntie.
We did.
Oh, good. I'm your elder.
Here we go. It's right here.
Oh my gosh, we could have been doing this all
Download
morning.
our free, powerful smart marketing system, practice sharing, sending videos on your sponsor day, countries.
Mhm. Have you had much use, success? I don't know if you have a pet. Have you used these patches on pets before? You have 5 pets.
Oh my gosh.
And what would be the applications on the collar, on the fur?
We just put it on the collar.
Mhm.
Our dog got a cancer diagnosis. He was wearing 5 patches.
Okay.
And our cat was on its deathbed at age 17. He wasn't doing anything other than sleeping 24/7. And we took him to the vet and they said he had a kidney disease. That's what older cats get. We changed his diet. We put a collar on him, put a patch on him. He's out mousing again. This is 2 years later. He's doing great.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
He's
when
not-
sorry.
19.
Wow. Sorry to interrupt you because I'm just curious about people who have cancer, you know, in
Yeah.
Western medicine, you are taught that you do not give stem cells to people, you know, that's theoretically, you don't want to give stem cells because it might feed the cancer.
Okay.
Just like giving testosterone to somebody who has,
Right.
Yeah,
So
prostate
you're
cancer.
talking about stem cells externally in the body. This is our own stem cells. And you know this as a doctor, that our bodies will never hurt themselves.
Mhm.
And so there's nothing going in the body. There's no external stem cells being injected in the body. It's our body creating them and utilizing them and activating the younger ones. And they will never hurt you. And so there is a letter that, let's see, maybe I'll just send it to you, that David wrote. So just know that it's not conventional stem cells injected from the outside.
No, I know that, but is it safe? I mean, you're telling me that it's safe on patients who have
Of
cancer. And that's like completely contrary to what Western medicine would have you believe. And I do, you know, there's a higher intelligence energetically in our bodies. And it's completely different because it's not like you're putting, Wharton jelly stem cells like they're doing in Panama and in Mexico, or autologous stem cells. You're activating your body to do what it should be doing on its own.
You got it.
Hmm.
And
Did
that's
your
why
heart-
we have people say, well, is it safe for nursing and pregnant women? And you know that there's no clinical studies done on nursing and pregnant women.
None.
They don't want to be guinea pigs. So the
No.
company will say no, because we have no studies. But all of our practitioners know that there's nothing going in the body let's say a woman gets in a car accident and she's pregnant, the baby's going to feed the mother stem cells. And
Oh.
so I know, isn't that cool?
Mhm.
So most all of our practitioners are in total alignment that it's safe. The woman who does gardening for us, she's been a surrogate mother twice, and while she was pregnant, she used the patches consistently. Yeah.
Wow. Gosh, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
Now, the
And
one
you're,
thing the one thing you need to remember is you don't want to put them right here, because this spot actually stimulates labor.
Oh,
Unless you're ready to go into labor, you know?
I thought that was the headache spot.
It is. It's a very powerful acupuncture point, but it
Yeah.
also stimulates labor. So,
Where
yeah.
do you like to put carnosine mostly?
You know, that's a really good question, depending on what you're wanting to accomplish. I put it in two different places. I have large breasts, and one of the places is between the breasts, so I put it
Yeah.
right on my bra. It doesn't need to
Wow.
be on the body. I put it on my bra, but I'm also working on, I'm going to be 70 and I have early stages of cataracts. And so I'll either put it here or on an eye mask because
Okay.
it will help with that.
oh, that's great.
Amazing. Can it help with dry eye too?
Well, people have amazing benefits from X39 with dry eye.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I'm
wonderful.
using
But you
X39.
got to give it time. But we
Yeah.
have a lot of great stories about dry eye with X39.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, what does Sandra say? For every 10 years you are, so Liza and I are in our 50s, you would want to use X39 for 5 months to see maximum results?
Yeah, for every decade, 1 month of usage, I say to people, if people say, oh, well, I want to try it for a month, I say, don't even try it unless you're willing to commit to a minimum of 3 months. And a recommendation is a month for every decade you are old. So for me, it would be 7 months if I was
There
just
you
starting.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, and we started in August,
And,
August?
and have
5 months.
have people take pictures of their face
Mhm.
in good lighting, as the body will be producing more collagen over time with X39 and the fine lines and wrinkles get better. I have quite a few, but not so bad for 70, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. Wow.
Almost 70.
You feel Elavita does the
Then,
same?
Elavita's, I love Elavita. It's, if you put it on your third eye, it
Mhm.
actually activates the pineal gland. And David in some other talks has said it expands consciousness.
Wow.
It was the first regenerative patch, so it does regenerate skin. Yeah.
Wow. I'm
And
using it
it's,
every night.
I mean, we say wow all the time, but take pictures of your face in good lighting, take pictures of any scars you have. If you like, I've had 2 total knee replacements, and I have a 9-inch vertical incision up my middle from I had a bunch of ovarian tumors and a bunch of other things.
Mhm.
So that's a major scar, and they're almost invisible now.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
it's a remodeling of the scarring. And Liza, you understand this better than most. Scarring on the inside interrupts cellular communication. So if you can,
Absolutely. That's what
if you can
myofascial release is so good.
Yeah.
yes. So if you
Because
can remodel the scars, you're going to have more communication going on. So
Yeah.
I have to watch the time because I have 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Another
Thank
call.
you
But
so much.
Thank
what
you.
else
That
is
was-
important for you guys? Because I can, but feel free to go through this website.
Mhm.
But the getting started section is the important one. And the
Okay.
onboarding tour gives you a tour of everything that's here. In the library, there's some patch placement videos for you.
Okay.
LifeWave YouTube channel. We have our YouTube channel from all of our trainings. Here's some things on network marketing, resources and documents. There's a lot here. I'll just give you a little test. So when I started, I wrote this article called Activate Your Stem Cells, which, we, we'll have to use privately, not publicly, but it's actually for people that don't know what they are. And then we have Gregory wrote this executive summary. This is an 11-minute video that Gregory did audio on why LifeWave, why now. There's just a lot of resources in here. Here's some patching protocols for headaches and for total body pain. These used to be in the IceWave brochure. They're no longer in there. But if someone has, head pain, these different locations can be very helpful. And for total body pain, if people have pain in more than, oops, is this both headaches? Oh, here we go. How come it doesn't open that one up? Well, it's not opening that one up. The whole body pain, kidney 1, if people have pain in more than one place or they're having challenges getting the IceWave to work the way they want it, it's a great one.
Okay.
Here's
Excellent.
the science and research from the company. So here's a little bit about customer retention. There's some business training here. There's a lot here. I don't want to overwhelm you, but if you want to do home meetings, there's some great resources for you here.
Okay.
There's lead capture. I think Sandra's been using these. I have a paper application that you can take for people. There's some more on the compensation plan.
Okay.
But what I wanted to show you, let me go to, I'm just going to go here because most people come to us because they have pain or trouble sleeping, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a different site called liveyoungerproducts.com. And I'm going to just give a caveat with each one of these because we may be having to tweak them very soon for compliance. So if you open up the menu bar up here, there's a whole section down here on healthy sleep and pain management. This is a great thing for customers. There's David Schmidt videos on there. There's information on which patches. So it's really, really good. And I use that a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Then there's a whole section on X39 and 49. The X39 story is for someone who wants a lot of information. It's like a 55-page white paper. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So
You want to read that?
I gave you a lot in a short period of time. So we're going to see each other really soon.
Thank you so much.
I'll have makeup on maybe.
We will too. You are wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm thrilled to meet you guys. And yeah, I want you to have great success and we'll get together. Sandra will be there. That'll be wonderful. We were together in Aruba. It was great.
Aw.
Yeah, she's so fabulous. And it's not like when Gregory was sick, my main job was his caregiver. There was nothing more important. And I was very grateful that I had income coming in from LifeWave so I could pay attention to what's most important. And we threw the book at it, We've been marketing cutting edge health products for over 50 years together. So we have access to technologies and products and practitioners that are, we happen to live in a small town, but it's got some world-class practitioners. So it didn't have a chance, even though he got down to 110 pounds, was on 24/7 morphine with oxycodone. And he was on a thin thread, but 4 months later, no evidence of disease. He's fine.
I can't believe it. I just got chills all over. Affirmation.
I know. Me too.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Amazing good.
I know. So I just sit in gratitude to David Schmidt and Dr. Lauren Picard for this. And, we threw the book at it because we didn't do just patches. But just so you know, do you know Dr. Brzezinski?
No.
He's a famous cancer researcher. And he discovered that cancer patients have an imbalance of this anti-neoplastin. And when David Schmidt met him, he said, "What do I need for the big C?" And the Eon patch was born. So
There you go.
not supposed to say that, so you didn't hear it, right?
Nope. We did
Yeah.
something interesting today. We were in an AE room in Garnerville. Do you know about those?
We spent the night with our dog. Yeah.
Okay, so we were there for 2 hours. We drove 2 hours to get there and back. Really interesting. It was a room with 24. So
Animals, yeah.
yeah, we're trying some different modalities here too.
Yeah. So how's your health, both of you?
Excellent, thank God.
Great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to have be even better?
We're both just trying to lose a few pounds. But aside
Are
from
you
that,
are
we're
you
both-
using SP6 and X49?
I have XP6. I didn't know that's what it was for.
I don't have SP6.
We don't have a weight loss patch, but what SP6 is, it controls cravings. It also
Mhm.
balances hormones. So
Ah.
that combination can be helpful for people. And
Yeah,
the X49 has been proven to increase muscle and bone density.
well,
And
that's why
Oh,
I'm
wow.
taking that religiously because they just did bone grafting on those 2 teeth they removed.
okay,
But yeah, no, Liza and I ski and do Pilates and hike, and we're super active. And thank God
Great.
we're in perfect health and we eat well and we support each other a lot in that way.
That's beautiful. Well, I'm a lover of Pilates, and I took 150 classes before I got a reformer.
Well, there you go.
You got it.
I love it.
My core, I lost so much strength from being caregiver and my bad knees and everything. And I've always carried extra weight, but I've always been really strong, and I lost my strength, and that was really hard. And now I'm
Yeah,
and I'm working out with a trainer, and I'm doing Pilates, so I'm with
doing
you.
all the things.
And I
Good. Well, we can't wait to see you next week.
yes. Well,
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Namaste.
namaste. Namaste.
Mhm.